Casemiro doubtful for the Manchester City derby. It has been confirmed to us by Eric Ten Hag in the pre-match press conference that he held today at Carrington. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're only watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. After the game that won against Copenhagen dramatically, we are back into the Premier League on Sunday. But tomorrow, games are really going to be played, and even today, Spurs is playing against Tottenham Hotspur, and we'll let you know what the result is going to be at the end of the full 90th minute when the referee blows the final whistle. Now, Dimitar Berbatov, former player of Man United, skillful, a man who has the best first touch that I've ever seen in the game of football. The way he has the best ball control in the world. To me, no one comes close to him because he always made it look so easy to obviously control that ball. And we're going to talk about his reactions on Casemiro and Onana. Ten Hag says something about Onana's form, and even Pep Guardiola has gone ahead and obviously said he pays lots of respect for Onana. And I think he's one of those managers that when people were slating Onana, he was looking back and saying, I wish they knew what they had, you know? I wish they knew the goal they had. So we thank God for the gift of life, for the Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, and let's kickstart it off with this story. Rokan David is my name. You can as well call me Aradi onto this channel. Now, we have a story. We have a story coming in from Eric Ten Hag. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was training today. Casemiro is a race against the clock, not 100% fit. If you're going to the Manchester derby and you don't have Casemiro, it obviously worries you a lot. Do you know why we should worry a lot? You know, it's because you want to say to it that you have players who are meant to play big games like Casemiro. You know, the biggest game in world history is the El Clasico, and I think Casemiro played in the El Clasico against the best team ever in club football, that is Barcelona. Those days when Pep Guardiola, I think, was climaxing, and I think Casemiro faced a little bit of Pep Guardiola. And then when Enrique came in through, he had Neymar, he had Messi and Suarez with Xavi, Iniesta, Sergio Busquets, Thiago Alcantara, Gerard Piqué, Carlos Puyol, you know, Dani Alves, you know. They really had the creme de la creme of the best players in the world. Almost, they had the best right back in the world, that is Dani Alves. They had the best CDM in the world, that is Sergio Busquets. They had the best two central midfielders in the world, Xavi and Iniesta. They had the best player in the world, that is Messi, and the best striker in the world, that is Luis Suarez, and they also had the best left forward in the world, that is Neymar. They had close to 6-7 players who were the best in the world, and by the time Real Madrid, the only players they had that could front were Sergio Ramos. He was one of the best defenders in the world. Iker Casillas was the best goalkeeper in the world. Then they had Cristiano Ronaldo. You know, he was really a very good player, one of the best in the world. And who else did they have that? Karim Benzema, not such. You get? So it shows you that they always went into battle with Barcelona when Barcelona had the creme de la creme of the 6 best players in the world in the 6 best positions of football, you know. But he weathered through the storm, so he knows exactly what to do when you're playing in such games. That is Casemiro, and he knows where to attack, where to tackle, and how to control the game. And he's gone ahead to show us that he can even score goals, because before, I think he's still the top scorer of Man United. That is it, because he has gone ahead to score 3 goals. Rasmus Højlund has 3 goals. Scott McTominay has 3 goals. It shows you his impact on the field of play. And I think if at all we don't see him in that game, it's going to be a very huge miss for Casemiro. But if you flip the coin on the other side, it might be what we call a mind game. That he's making Pep Guardiola think that maybe he should plan for his team without Casemiro, and it might be a surprise, you know, because he has been training since Monday with Manchester United. Monday this week, he returned from Brazil over the weekend because they told him to stay in Brazil since Tuesday last week, and he spent like 3 days there. Then over the weekend he boarded, and on Monday he was at Carrington and he trained with the club. So the fitness levels are really in question, but you have to be so objective that Erik ten Hag can just obviously do that as what we call a mind game, because I don't believe that if at all Casemiro was eligible to play in the game of the Champions League, Erik ten Hag wouldn't have gone ahead to play him. That is it. Erik ten Hag went ahead to play him into that fixture, would have gone ahead to play him in that fixture of Copenhagen because it was a do or die. The 3 points in that game meant a lot. So he would have gone ahead to play him, but he doesn't play him. Do you know why? Things don't go on as planned. So I think Casemiro will make it in this game. It's supposed to be a must for him to play because he's going to be facing Rodri. 2 of the best central midfielders in the world are going to be facing one another. But it's really a worry in us that this player is obviously not 100% fit. But I know he will pass the late fitness test and obviously feature. But he's doubtful for the Manchester derby. And Dimitar Berbatov has gone ahead and said the following, that time goes by. He's saying this on Casemiro, that time goes by and he's getting older. So he has to be smarter in the way he plays, approaches matches, and reads the game. I hope he gets back into shape as soon as possible because he brings the maturity and calmness in reading the game. Don't write him off so quickly because he deserves to be given more time even when he's not playing well. He's a world-class player. Now, this is where I obviously go off and go bare knuckles with the journalists who are really letting go for Casemiro. Now, the fact is, almost that entire team of United is playing badly, and the pundits want Casemiro to play well. You know, this is not really rocket science. We should always apply common sense when you're really saying certain things. Casemiro, to me, you say he's playing badly, but he has 3 goals. He went ahead to obviously take on the role of the centre forwards of Man United. So that United team is playing badly. Onana has been playing badly, you know. The Rashford has been playing badly. Anton has been playing badly. Rashford has been playing badly. And the only player who has been playing well, I think, is Dalot, Sergio Reguilon, Rasmus Højlund. You know, how do you expect Casemiro to be playing well when the entire team is playing badly? So we all have to admit that the team needs to be performing better and better. And when it performs like that, then we'll start to question the quality of Casemiro and whether he's dropping off or not. But that's really something that pundits should know. There are games that if the entire team is playing bad, even if you're the star player in the team, it won't look good. So Casemiro will only look good if at all he happens to be playing with Amrabat and Kobe Menu and they get to know themselves well. That is it. So to me, I don't feel like Casemiro is really off the edge. He's not off the grip. He's still on the grip. And age is just a number. You know, do you know that the likes of Fabinho played until is it 34 years? Casemiro is just 31 years of age. People are really forgetting that he played too much football last season and he never really got himself a rest. So what we need to do is, if he has been rested for a week, I think that's going to do great for him. And the coming in of Amrabat is really a very good gesture for him, because even in the game of Brentford, he was taken off and played only 45 minutes. And Amrabat went ahead to play in some minutes. And Ten Hag took Amrabat off in the game of Copenhagen at halftime and brought in Eriksson. So there are 2 of them are going to be very fresh. We expect them to operate at a world-class wavelength to see to it that they torment Man City. But people are trying to draw an agenda onto this man, but I don't really see it coming, and it doesn't have the enough reasons required to obviously slate this player. Then after Casemiro, Ten Hag on Onana's form, he said, you give him the standards and also the expectations, but also it's about getting to the same level. He has high expectations from himself. We give him the confidence. Look what you did. Look what you did in the past for great clubs, in great leagues. You have the ability and the skills. The last 2 games were good progress. Now we have to keep this going. It's very good, but Man United, good is not good enough. That's the best statement I like from this manager of ours. That is Erik ten Hag. Good is not good enough, right? Good is not good enough. So, all I want to let you know is that Ten Hag has gone ahead to hit the nail on the top, because Onana has been performing well in the previous two games against Sheffield and against Copenhagen. He has gone ahead to pull out saves that he used not to pull off in the previous games that we used to play, and he ended up costing the club of Man United. But this time round, he even went ahead to save a penalty. That is Andre Onana, and he's a very good player. And I told you that it's a matter of time for him to become what you want him to be, and that's what he needed. Time was what he needed, and I think you guys have gone ahead to give him the time that he deserves, and he is obviously going to surprise you and really take you to where you guys deserve to be. So Ten Hag is just trying to remind him that you've been good at big clubs, and now you have to prove it at one of the most spotlighted clubs in the world, that is Man United. Then Dimitar Berbatov went ahead to say that it was a good moment for Andre Onana, but a turning point. Those are big words. He made a few mistakes, but he's doing well. His self-confidence leads him to make stupid mistakes, but that save from the penalty spot was very important for the team and for him personally. Obviously, it shows you that having gone ahead to obviously elevate himself in the game of Sheffield, all he needed was to pull out such a moment. And against Sheffield, he showed us hallmarks, all flashes of him being good and how he's improving. So he went ahead to save that penalty, and we are all geared up to see to it that this man went ahead to obviously save us as a team. Those 3 points were badly needed, and to really relaunch our chase to go into the round of 16 of the Champions League. Now, as the fans of Man United obviously trying to select Andre Onana, this is the guy known as Pep Guardiola, the manager of Man City, has gone ahead and said that everyone needs time, not just the managers, but players, keepers, everyone. Sometimes people are quicker, but I have a high opinion of him as a goalkeeper. He's an exceptional player, and now at Man United, Pep Guardiola really admires Andre Onana. That is it. He said, he made a statement during the game towards the, I think he made this statement after the game of the Champions League finale, where Andre Onana really went ahead to obviously play very, very well and was pressing, you know. So he said that they rarely tactically analyze goalkeepers when they're going to play the teams they're going to play. That is it. But he said when you're going to play Inter Milan, we had to really analyze Andre Onana and see how we are going to press him down, because he's another player on the field of play. That is it. And that's 100% right. Though, at United, we have not gone ahead to see it very well, but just trust me, it's going to come up. And soon, you people will be here hailing this man that is really one of those players that have gone ahead to put in a show that you'll never forget at the club of Man United. Now, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Casemiro Doubtful for the City Derby, Ten Hag, and Pep Guardiola hailing Andre Onana, and Dimitar Berbatov's words onto Andre Onana and Casemiro. All that into the comment section below. Rock and David remains my name. Hope you're really doing well and fine. I sign out for now. See you later as the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. I'm out. See you later.